Yeah. This tier list is, of course, our personal opinion. So if you disagree, comment below what your thoughts are. That's totally okay.
Yeah, that's indeed correct.
Yep.
So should we get started now?
Yeah. I would start with the bottom tier, which is empty, as you can see.
There's nothing awful in this game. This game is more balanced compared to Garden Warfare 2. That game has some awful characters.
That is for true. Back in Founders, Chomper would be a candidate for that, but you see him a couple tiers higher. But we will...
Pretty solid now.
Yeah, but we will come to that. Next we have the D tier, which is okay.
Equals boring but usable.
Yeah. But there we have the standard Rose. So what are your thoughts on Rose?
Again, it has nothing special going for it. It doesn't kill that well, it doesn't heal that well, it doesn't support that well, but it's still usable. So yeah, the other support characters all the way up there. So yeah, there's a great disparity between them. Like, the go to fight is pretty useful, but again, it doesn't save your life. Throw it in the objective, you'll probably get 2-3 zombies, go to fight for 10 seconds, which doesn't change too much. They just get a smaller hitbox.
Yeah.
Like you said in a game previously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the good ability is pushing out with Enigma. That's very annoying. It just helps you run away, nothing else. Maybe gives your teammates speed boost, but who cares that much? And the first one is again Jinx, and Jinx is pretty good in my opinion. Probably the best. It improves the damage of everyone, and everyone focus on their character. So yeah, it has nothing special going for it. That's why it's okay. It doesn't have a game-breaking ability or a ability that carries. And the weapon is again standard. Sure, it has homing, but again, in this game, it's not that crucial to have homing.
Yeah, I think Arcane Enigma is, in my opinion, a bit better than you said it is, because it actually has an upgrade which recovers health.
And, I didn't know that.
And I think it's called Epiphany. And
Epiphany, yeah, that's right.
I think the speed boost is pretty good for things like Battle Arena to come out of the spawn.
It's not that necessary though. I know, I understand what you're trying to get there. Maybe it's good for Turf to run the whole game with the objective and stuff, possibly. But again, the Enigma is, again, it comes back to my point, it's for pussies. It's to heal health, to just cheese a gunfight that you were normally losing, you were supposed to lose it. You just use it to run away, heal, and then kill the poor zombie that has only half their health left now.
Yeah.
So that's the reason I don't really like Rose.
Yeah.
It's just too much up to abusing.
Talking about the upgrades, the thing is, the only way how the primary actually gets usable is with putting at least one upgrade that upgrades it on, and I think that is pretty poor.
Yeah, homing, for example, I think. Increases the homing range, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and the fire rates and stuff like
that. Yeah, also that one. That's correct.
I mean, she's a support character, but your weapon should at least be usable, and the other support characters in this...
Sunflower, not OP.
And the other support characters have pretty decent weapons as well, so yeah. I mean, Rose...
Very decent weapon.
She can get the job done.
Literally, okay. We have a good name for the character. Okay. Yeah, let's move on to the next. Right, let's move to the good one.
Yeah, here we have
one character.
Here we have the C tier. Good characters, like you said. And we have put the Thorn Apart Rose there. Why have we put Thorn Apart Rose up there? I think, personally, she is just, like it says, an upgrade to the normal Rose. Because
I agree.
The thorns she gets give her so much... They make her so much more viable. Because you get actually...
5 of them.
Yeah, you get rewarded for supporting your team in a pretty good way. Because it gets...
Yeah, that's actually correct. Jinxing people and getting jinx people, especially Enigma, instead of running away, you can actually use it to support as many teammates as possible, like 10. For example, I feel like 2-3 orbs with 1 Enigma because I always support people instead of using it to run away.
Yeah. You can get... per go to fire, you hit 1 Thorn, which is pretty sick. Each Thorn does 25 damage and has pretty good homing, so without cover you cannot escape it. And with Jinx it does even more damage. So she can...
Oh yeah,
so
I forgot about that.
She has a pretty good secondary or a special attack she can use. And it just makes Rose more viable.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Thorns make her more viable. I think so, and I think you can agree with that. You can destroy pretty big threats like space stations or Z-Max more easily with it. But she's just in C tier because it's not like it's a totally different character. She has the same abilities, the same primary and stuff. She can even use less of the good upgrades Rose actually has. And I think it just makes Rose a bit better.
Yeah. Let's move on to the solid tier then. That's enough with Roses. I'm bored of them.
Yep. So I think we should start with the Snapdragon, as I call him.
Snapdragon.
Yeah. I think I start.
Yeah, I think you should. You like that character more than I do.
Snapdragon is actually, in my opinion, the best area control / denial character in this game. Because he's like, his primary and his abilities are perfectly settled for it. His flamethrower was in Founders pretty shit. It had poor range and dealt actually not so bad.
4 damage? Yeah. Something like that. Now it is 7-8, I think.
The damage was enough to do damage, but not enough to kill people, actually.
It only was able to kill imps, and they mostly ran away, so...
Yeah. And now it has pretty decent range. It deals fire damage, which can't kill, which is pretty balanced fire damage in this game. But the damage itself that the flamethrower deals is pretty insane. It can melt down anything, like All-Stars without a shield, space stations if they are not covered, and stuff like that. It's pretty insane how fast this character can kill. And his abilities are pretty nice as well, because he has a swoop slam, which gives him mobility, which is very important in this game. If you have mobility, you get ranked up a tier higher. Then he has blue blazes. Blue blazes is like guided Ultra Ball from Garden Warfare 2, but not as slow.
But more annoying.
Yeah. But
it burns you also.
Yeah, it deals some pretty good damage. Like
100 damage, I think.
Yeah, Imp gets one-shotted. It doesn't have the best homing anymore. It tracked you down way long. But now, yeah, pretty decent ability. And the best ability of this character that makes him area denial / control, other than the flamethrower, which covers ground, is of course the flame wall, which is pretty insane. You can use it as a damage dealer. If you are in a gunfight with multiple zombies, you can trap them inside it and they get burned and get a lot of damage from it. You can also use it to lock up certain areas, such as the objective. They can't see through it, they can't walk through it, and they are basically fucked. What are they supposed to do?
It's actually a flame wall.
Yeah, they can't do shit about this freaking wall. It deals way too much damage, and you can't even see what's going on behind. Why is he only solid then, if he's such an amazing character?
I don't know, like, it's super easy to counter with so many things. Again, it's about the range. You're a melee character, and the fireball, you can only fire 4 of them. Soldier instantly lasers the sky. You have a huge head that you have to take care of, which is easy crits for everyone, literally. And the imps can, for example, you can get out of gravity grenades and stuff, maybe, okay, I see, but again, there's too many range characters, especially pirates. This guy can easily get killed by them. It's more down to the head, I think, and again, more down to it being a melee character, even more melee than Chomper, in my opinion. Chomper can actually work very well with the spit attack, because it doesn't overheat. So you can only fire 4 fireballs while the pirate is sniping you off in the head, or a soldier is lasing you down, or either ZPG up your ass. So that's why, in my opinion, it's too easy to kill. You may kill well, but you get killed easily also. Right then.
Yep.
Now what's the next character?
The next one is Shogun Guard Corn.
No. It seemed really cool at first, but it didn't turn out to be as cool. But it's still solid, so I don't mean bad. But you can see the regular corn above there, so the legendary upgrade actually demotes corns, so yeah.
I personally think Shogun Guard is pretty fun, and he definitely has the advantage in range over regular corn.
Sort of, because of the shield, maybe, but again, it does. Let me interrupt you. This game literally has laser sights, laser weapons for weapons, no recoil almost. You know, like a 7-year-old child, if taught enough, can control the recoil on these weapons. So I found it way easier, even regular Corn. I'll tell you why, though. Let's continue.
He can be really disgusting if you stand at like hills and stuff that cover your feet. He can be really disgusting. He has a really high damage output.
Oh, shield. That's what you're trying to get to here. And shield is like the only thing that's better compared to regular Corn. All other things are worse. I mean, like, there's only the primary. The primary is worse than the regular Corn, though. Almost at all range except extremely long range, but you'd better be playing a Cactus there, so...
Yeah, and I think his damage output is pretty good and has a lot of shots. But the thing is, besides from long range, the problems of Corn get really to shine here. Because Corn is a very tall character. His health got nerfed compared to Garden Warfare 2. So he can get shot quite easily, so he needs to outgun you or be more mobile so they can't hit you. And the thing is, the gimmick with Shogun Guard is to stay at a distance and shoot your enemies down. Even spot them with
a shield also.
Yeah, and spot them with Butter Beacon and do even more damage. But the thing is, if imagine like an All-Star or like a Super Brains comes close to you, he's still...
You're dead. You can't live with Shogun Guard.
Yeah, he still hits like a truck, but like your main focus should be to zoom in. And that's, I think, explains enough why you should stay at a distance. So yeah, Shogun Guard can get pretty much outplayed if you get close to him. I mean, he has stuff like Huskop, which is still disgusting. That's why he is still in B tier. I think Shogun Guard pretty solid, but we will...
It's being up D.
Yeah, we will come later why the regular Corn is better. Yeah, I think we've pretty much covered everything about Shogun Guard. Pretty fun, but...
Now, next one.
Yeah. I may start with this piece of shit.
You go ahead.
Yeah, he is basically the biggest meme in this franchise at this point, but he's never been better than he is in this game. Basically, with sprinting, he gained more mobility, which was, in my opinion, the biggest problem with Chomper in the previous games, because Chomper was just a big target with no movement abilities whatsoever. If you don't count Burrow as a movement ability, the most important thing for a melee class is to come close to you. And how are you gonna do that with a big ass body and without a movement ability? With sprinting and stuff, these things are all removed, so he has more mobility. Then this class gets carried by one ability, Grody Goop. First, people were like, yeah, Grody Goop, pretty decent ability, but not as good as the old Goop because you can still move.
Yeah, the other one completely stuns you in Garden Warfare 2 and Garden Warfare 1.
Yeah, but now... everyone was proven wrong, because Goop is one of the best abilities in the game. This fucking thing creates a cloud which not only slows you down, but...
An area of effect ability instead of just a single use, maybe. You can hit 2 people with the old Goop, but again, this lingers around for a bit longer. Yeah.
But it also completely locks up all your abilities, so you cannot use rocket jump or anything like that to get out of it. And the most important thing of it is the poison damage. Chomper's the only one in this game who can deal poison damage. And poison is disgusting because instead of fire damage, it can actually kill you. And the first hit of Grody Goop deals always 40 damage. And most characters get completely flattened by the duration of the poison if they won't get healed by scientists or anything. So this thing can not only infect people and immobilize them, they can even transfer to other people and they all die, basically.
Right, let me get back to the, let's say, what was it again? the slobber shot, I think the range attack of Chomper, in my opinion, is really good. Who would have imagined Chomper hitting 41 damage in the head in the previous game? It makes it really good. It can two-shot imps, two-shot most things, almost three shots, even soldiers. So in my opinion, at least for me, the reason Chomper is all the way up here is the ability that he can actually shoot further away. So he's actually more, let's say, ranged character than Snapdragon in my opinion, because the projectile has a little, it can't go on forever if you basically understand, but still really, really long range. You can almost snipe people. You can counter pirates. What else would you need? It's now no longer that feeble character in Garden Warfare 2 when you get on a roof, it just stares at you and goofs you every 5 seconds. So yeah, so now you're no longer safe from chompers if you're on a roof. That's what I'm trying to say.
So yeah, he's way more versatile. I mean, Burrow, it's still the same one-trick thing, but a good part of it is that you are safe from any shot, so you can get cover if you need it.
Yep.
And you can still one-shot zombies with it. Even though you can only use it on one zombie, or else you get lasered down by the other ones that are surrounding.
One more thing. If you don't want to get lasered, use Hot Rod Chomper. You can most of the time get away with 50 health or something.
And digestion.
I've tried it a few times, let me say.
And digestion.
Yeah, of course, both of them at the same time. Use a Hot Rod setup. Maybe we'll upload videos that detail more setups for characters.
Yeah.
All good P setups, all good flower, whatever. Right, should we move on?
Let's just move on to the Wildflower in the awesome/A tier. I think you should start with this character because it's one of your main plants, probably.
Alright, yeah. Let me start. Well, Wildflower, all of the 3 abilities the character has is really good. For example, let me start with ability number 1. It's the pot, makes you respawn, able to respawn anywhere in the map, unless they destroy your pot. So for example, I put it next to the zombie objective, but in a more concealed place. So when I die eventually, I don't have to walk all the way, which I hate. So yeah, that's a really good ability. Or when you get killed by someone near the zombie spawn, you can shoot them in the back as soon as you respawn, and they will be like, "What the hell? How did this guy come here already?" Now the second one, let me speak of the second one last. It's my favorite, always. The third one is I don't remember the ability, but it throws a nice projectile that deals 75 damage.
It's the
and knocks zombies back.
It's the vegan Vindaloo.
Oh god. What was I going to say? Yeah, the projectile sometimes glitches, like everything in this game, and maybe just knocks people back, which is also pretty useful. And yeah, the damage, the normal damage is like 13 or 11 if you hit body with the character. So if you use the ability, and you can quickly laser down most people when they're turning a corner, instantly throw it because it instantly explodes upon contact. So yeah, it's a bit, sometimes at least, more useful than a beam bomb because it's more guaranteed to hit. Now my favorite ability, of course, is the middle ability. It's a dandelion drone that explodes. So what more do I need to say? Be sneaky. Try to use the ability. There's a some upgrade for the thing that can make it jump way more higher. So use all the abilities to your advantage. I think the drone only has 25 health, so be careful.
Yep.
If you jump in a group of zombies, they will all take 110 damage. They will almost be one shot for any other character. We will get a lot of shads now. It used to be 125, which killed many people, which was really annoying. So they changed it.
Yeah.
And one final thing is a smack, which is also very useful. For example, you laser down a guy, he has almost no health, you're out of the clip, smack him. Or if a guy already has no health, is right next to you, smack him. Or just smack him for fun, you get extra 25 XP, who cares? And it says smack on the screen, so do it more of it. You press V, I think, on the PC, I don't know how it's in console editions. So yeah, what are your opinions then?
Yeah, I think Wildflower is a pretty solid character, which can swarm, like the category already says, with multiple bots, the objective, because it gets armor from it, which helps.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah, which helps the 100 hit points of the flower.
Or 125 if you put on the pot.
Yeah. The primary is, in my opinion, very good, has more shots than TV had, pretty accurate, deals good damage. And pretty solid ability setup. The upgrades are also pretty good, like the speed upgrade for your drone, or the health upgrade you have, like you already mentioned. The only thing that makes the flower a bit worse is maybe the fact that you don't have a movement ability or specialty, like a Snapdragon jump in any sort.
Yeah, you can't get away from things most of the time.
Yeah,
The only thing you can do is just go around the corner, if you understand, and then use your drone or use your abilities. You basically have to fight most of the time, not run away.
Yeah, you cannot dodge things like rocket ride, and you can't get up a bit better positioning like bridges and stuff. But I think this is a very, very decent class which can swarm the objective and can be a good offensive powerhouse. Good upgrades, solid abilities that can help her. Cactus is well known for being the sniper of the plants.
And one-shotting many characters, including Imp.
Yeah. Cactus is one of the reasons while Imp is getting a bit worse, because Cactus is actually amazing. She can deal like 99 damage with a headshot across the fucking map with a fully charged shot. Yeah, and you only need a quick, not fully charged shot to finish most of the characters off, because like most of the zombies are like Soldier, Deadbeard, who gets almost one-shotted, Engineer, Scientist, TV Head, stuff like that, and they all have like 100 to 125 health. Primary is pretty insane, and the secondary is it's alright. It's decent. It's
very useful to shoot down pirate drones though.
Yeah. It's a
comparative
nice
to the pirates shotgun. What we'll get to is in our different video, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a nice little pocket MG, which is alright. Like I said. Can do the job done to like mid-range, close range. Cactus is probably dead.
It deals like 8 damage, and it has like how many bullets? 20 bullets? It's literally Bandit Cactus and regular Cactus smushed together.
Yeah, which is pretty fun. I really like playing Cactus, one of my favorite plants. The mines, they are useful in certain situations to get some sneaky kills with them. I like how creative you can be with them, because in the last update of BFN, she actually got, I think, 2 additional mines to her basic 4. So yeah, the Cactus drone is pretty insane, because drones in this game, just like the Dandelion we talked about a second ago, they are just fucking on steroids. And then the worst ability of Cactus, probably the little, how is it called? The propeller thing.
Both of them, like the pirate one is also, it's not that fun to use in my opinion. I don't understand the point of them. I get it, maybe they did it to give them a chance to get into higher camping positions, I suppose.
But yeah, I think Cactus is really great. She's a defensive character, but if you can play her well and don't just camp stupidly, then pretty solid. So let's move over to the most famous character for this game.
You take the honors, because you're more guilty of playing that cursed character than me.
Yeah, Nightcap has, in my opinion, the same problem as Peashooter. It has the kind of noob vibe, because it's kinda easy to play character. I think Nightcap is more difficult than Peashooter. Many people who play this character gets really predictable by just shadow sneak up to you, Fung Fu shadow sneak away. And that's getting really repetitive and predictable, so you can easily counter them. But if you use her abilities and her tools properly, Nightcap is fucking insane. Her primary is pretty decent. These little shurikens can not only deal proper damage to mid-short range, can hit multiple people so you can do multi-vanquishes with it. She's pretty mobile and has a tiny little hitbox. In my opinion, Shadow Sneak is one of the best abilities in this game because you have 2 of them. And there's an upgrade for it where you can actually teleport a short distance when you activate it. Fang Fu is, like I said, it's not as dirty as
it's not
it
that
was.
difficult. It's not that difficult to counter it nowadays, but that's the reason I put it up here. Nightcaps are not that difficult to counter, but the problem with countering them is they have an ability called parkour, which has been nerfed, I think, in the last update of the game, but still, it's extremely OP. Could not hit them. Good players can be really good and really disgusting.
Shadow Realm is basically a fucking gravity grenade. But let us explain why she's not in top tier. Nightcap has a good amount of counters, especially Deadbeard and 80s and stuff. Fucking Engineer rips her to fucking pieces with stun grenade and turret.
Okay, now let's move on to the Corn. Possibly my favorite plant in this game. Yeah, probably. Let me explain the character. It's a plant foot soldier that has comparatively shittier ZP/sharp shock because you fire 2 of them. Has a overpowered middle ability, way better than the rocket jump because it kills people, anything it touches. And the butter beacon is now actually useful. I started to like it because it helps everyone see people hiding in corners. There's some really good upgrades that make him reload instantly. And before the nerf, you could also have reload, super speed, super fast, every single bust upgrade with just 7 points. So it's a bit more balanced, but still very good, but not broken. You can't kill this guy.
Yeah.
Thankfully, this guy has a big head, not big, a slender but long head. So yeah, it depends on the character if we can headshot him, but the body is pretty big, so not that difficult.
He's
actually
pretty tall. And the thing is, even his health got nerfed from Garden Warfare 2 because he had previously 150 HP and now he has the same as Foot Soldier. But yeah, Corn is pretty powerful. Not the same as he was at the start of this game. I think people are still underrating him. I saw some tier lists where he's actually still in like the lowest tiers. Corn is way better than some people think he is now, and
yeah, he is better. He used to be useless at the start of the game in Founders though.
Yeah, so he is definitely catching up to Peashooter and Nightcap, who are also just killing classes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Peashooter, like you see, Peashooter is also here in the awesome tier.
It's always been good, but it's always been annoying. It depends on your playstyle. Look, there are 2 annoying things about this character. I'm guilty of one of them. One of them I'm not guilty of. The one that I'm not guilty of is being a Pogo P. If you're that, you go and seek some medical help, please. And the final one is the homing P upgrade, because why not use it? It's a stupid upgrade. For some reason, gives the character that hits 40 damage homing. But yeah, that's the upgrade I use, and I think you are guilty of that too. I have not seen a single person not use that upgrade.
I usually prefer a different setup, which is basically more focusing on Peashooter's movement. Because Peashooter is really agile, especially with the new hyper he has. Which not only makes him jump higher and lets him hover if you aim, it also makes his fire rate faster. I run him with an upgrade which gives you speed each time you kill someone, and it's pretty dirty. So you can with this character you have some really dirty movement options with certain upgrades and hyper. I think
I never considered that.
Yeah, I think Bean Bomb is worse than in the previous titles because there are way more things to get around it, and P-Gatling is as dirty as ever. Way too much ammo.
It is dirtier now.
It
has no recoil.
Way too accurate, no recoil, deals a fuck ton of damage.
You can reload it now with an upgrade. I used it once to try.
You can build many different upgrade setups with him. basically, to sum it up, a really mobile character with insane upgrades, good abilities, and really good kill power.
Yeah.
Yeah, so perfect for the awesome tier. So then we continue and go up to the S tier.
And Acorn, I probably should talk about this one myself. The character is very, very fun to play, in my opinion. And within the latest stuff, it's not too recent now. The game hasn't been updated for a few months now. What do you call it? The dash ability? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the Acorn dash.
Acorn dash. That's very much fun to use, and a character that's tiny, moves almost as fast as an imp, just like a jetpack, but has a dash, and deals 8 damage, headshots, tiny hitbox. It's literally a soldier, which is tiny. What else could you want? You can hit them, they can't hit you. You run around, and with an upgrade, you can get him from 75 health to 100 health, which I think you said used to be 125 health, which was literally tiny soldier.
Yeah.
But yes, it has a sap trap, which is also very, very fun to use. When maybe you're pulling someone from the back, or when you get them to 50 health, boom, drop that, 65 damage, they're dead. Yeah. And now I think you can talk about the Oak.
Yeah. So Oak is more balanced now, because in Founders, basically Acorn was just there for regenerating health and recovering.
Yeah, indeed.
And Oak was pretty much busted. Now, I think Oak is actually worse than the Acorn, in most situations at least. But Oak is still fucking disgusting. You always have the option to go in the Oak if you want to. And Oak can be fucking dangerous, because the weapon still hits like a truck and deals splash damage. Has super sap trap, which is still just cheese. And of course, the link up ability, where you can have 3 acorns on top of the oak.
Like when you're riding the oak, you actually are on the oak, literally. It's like let's say a tower, but you can actually get hit, and you can actually get picked off. Unlike the Space Cadet, where you cannot be, where you're just a single unit. Yeah,
the thing is, just oak is balanced now, because so many zombies can deal with oak. For example, All-Star, put the shield down and you can out DPS it so quickly. Aegis rips it apart. Soldier rips it apart. Space Station, he can't do anything against the fucking Space Station with shield. Z-Mech fucking kills it. But yeah, I think Oak is still pretty decent.
Soldier ZPG, dead Oak.
I think that is these are enough reasons to put Acorn in the S tier.
Because it's a tiny soldier that hits 8 damage, probably more than soldier, critically I mean. Has a small C4, which knocks people back, and maybe you if you need it. Has a dash to help it run away, very fast. And if needed, has a big ass Oak, a big man to call.
So, I think we had a little discussion about putting Citron up here. And because you didn't quite understand why I would put him there. This character has so much going for him. First, the main reason why he's up there is the shield. This shield can tank a fucking nuclear bomb. They could like the
has 1,000 health.
The entire zombie team could shoot at it and would break after a decade. So he's a pretty defensive character, not like in Garden Warfare 2, where he's basically an offensive class, and that's why people are, especially at the start of the game, were underrating him a little bit until they noticed he's fucking broken. His primary got turned down compared to Garden Warfare 2 pretty much. He has a different now. It's not a high damage laser. It's a little minigun which has 50 ammo and
3 damage, I think, per shot, but it fires really fast.
Yeah, and this guy is a tank, but a mobile one, because you have the ability which I call 360 degrees sprinting. It gives you way more movement options. Then the abilities, I think EMP is still fucking disgusting, even though it doesn't deal damage anymore. It still stuns multiple enemies for solid seconds. Spin Dash deals 75 damage, it one-shots fucking imps. By the way, imp can't do anything against this character. Not with the mech and not with the imp itself.
It's really disgusting. Like, imp is literally truly counted.
Yeah.
I can argue that with every character, against Nightcaps, even Snapdragons, I can live and I can kill them. But with Citrons, it's just pray to God or something. I don't know. You can't do anything. If he has Spin Dash, you're dead most of the time. Laser Beam.
It can melt on mechs, it can melt down space stations, it can melt down all-stars. It's quite powerful, and you can even upgrade it with some upgrades which make it fucking deal even always critical damage. You always need Citron. He's fucking disgusting. You cannot break this wall of a character. Speaking of unstoppable units which defend the team, the last one, the last character we are talking about today, Sunflower. So, why have you put Sunflower up here? I think it shouldn't be a mystery that this character is probably the most broken plant in this fucking game.
Should I get started? Because I have a problem. Everyone has a problem. I have suffered enough.
Yeah.
I hate the character because of the heal. Nothing else. I hate the character because of the heal beam. The primary is really good. I have much fun playing it. I genuinely like playing the character. It's like a unbusted, not broken soldier, but it has a very slow firing rate compared to like soldier, but it deals like 10-8 damage, which is really good. The sunbeam isn't busted. It has no recoil. Makes sense because you can see the sunbeam cross them up and Aruga can just put a ZPG in your face. And the sun drops, you know that one?
Yeah, sunny side up. It's sunny
that
side
one
up.
Isn't too bad, but let me just continue. Heal beam, if you can justify that ability is okay, I don't want you to watch this channel ever again.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be able to.
You're probably one of the motherfuckers that are abusing it.
You don't need to do it. You just make life miserable for everything else, and you don't gain that much from it anyway. Like it's just the problem is you can still keep shooting. You can still keep spamming sunny side up. Also, you can still heal beam. Unlike the scientist, of course, which cannot do that. Which has to look at you to heal you. It doesn't heal anywhere. It doesn't have any stupid upgrades that let you heal two people at once, one on your left, one on your right. You're just an unkillable, scummy angel, basically. What more do I say?
So Sunflower can not only heal multiple people with a heal beam if you put the right upgrades on, but she can heal basically the whole team with Sunny Side Up. The main reason why this character is there is the healing and the support abilities and not the weapons or something like that. So yeah, you can actually be top tier in this game without dropping 20 bombs.
Yeah, you just carry the entire team. If you have like good sunflowers, rest in peace team. All I need to say.
Yeah, I think this sums up
everything.
Our opinions about the characters pretty well. I think we have explained as much in this little time as possible. I think we have explained well enough why we think the characters are in the tiers they are. Of course, we couldn't explain everything about each character because I think each character is pretty complex with all the different abilities and upgrades and stuff like that. So if we have missed something, write it down in the comments. And if you're not agreeing with our opinion, then you shall write it down there what your list is.
We respect your opinion. We really do. We value your opinion. Except for one thing. If you, I repeat again, support that Sunflower's coming goddamn heal beam ability and say it's balanced, say it's good, I hope you rot in hell. Conclude the video there.